Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all having an awesome day so far. Hopefully some of you maybe caught the meteor shower this morning. I know we were talking about it. Were you able to see any at any point?
I got up too late. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Good Tuesday morning, folks. I wish you a good morning as well. And as you head out, it's chilly. The chance to see the shower is over.
Yeah.
However, you can still see some of the meteors for another week or so. The peak was this morning.
Okay.
The frequency comes down the next several days. So get out the next few mornings, although there will be some clouds the upcoming overnight. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And chilly air. We've got some low 40s, even a few upper 30s out the door right now. We'll dig into that, talk about what will likely become Melissa down in the Caribbean. The latest on that as well coming up just a bit.
Yeah, it was one of those days where I started to walk out the door and I thought, I think I'm going to need a little bit of a heavier jacket.
Yeah, it's not a light jacket morning. 39, 38 degrees, some of the northern counties. And those that aren't in the 30s are in the low 40s. So yeah, it's chilly. There's not much wind blowing, which is good, but that wind will pick up. It'll be a warm wind this afternoon. Mid 70s. It's mid 40s now, mid 70s later. Big warm up coming our way.
Beautiful. All right. Yep. Well, before we dive into the rest of your forecast today, Jim, we do have a story from last night. One organization on ECU's campus hosted a self-defense class for women, female students, just giving them the opportunity to learn some new tactics to protect themselves. And this is really coming in light of recent reports of sexual assault, rapes on ECU's campus, as well as October being National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So just kind of tying, especially for women in their college age years, I think these are especially important to just learn the tactics, just learning how to be aware of your surroundings and how to protect yourself in case of any danger or emergency.
If I had a daughter, I would be pushing her hard to do these kind of classes. Yeah. Good to have these kind of skills.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at how the self-defense class went last night.
3 reported rapes in 1 month, 1 at Jones Hall, Fletcher Hall, and Tyler Hall, ECU officials say. But for one cheer team on ECU's campus, they're turning fear into empowerment with the self-defense class.
I just find it kind of crazy. Like, it's just insane how everything is just unfolding and it's happening back to back. I do think that everybody needs to be more aware of their surroundings. This was a class that my team, we organized and put together because of, allegations and everything that's going on, as well as it is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So we feel as if it was important for ladies to know how to defend themselves.
Bachelor president of the ECU Royalty Stomp and Shake cheer team says she now feels more equipped and prepared to defend herself.
So we were able to learn about blocking, the kick move, just basic moves just to start off with because it was the introduction class. This class not only showed us like moves but also let us know about being aware of our surroundings, any cues to pick up on unsafe behaviors and things of that nature.
The intro class was held by ECU Police along with the Rape Aggression Defense Program, which gave students the opportunity to learn a variety of simple techniques that would allow them to protect themselves in the case of any dangerous situation.
Well, it builds confidence with women. It helps them learn self-defense techniques to if they're attacked.
Sergeant Richardson says one self-defense technique can be helpful for those at home in the case of a dangerous situation.
A striking motion. That's a powerful. That's a powerful self-defense for anyone to use. So to be able to use that and put the full strength behind it can work a lot of magic.
It's great to hear that ECU does offer programs like this and that organizations can set up and host these events for women and men across campus. I actually took a class with my sorority back in college, and we learned a lot of really interesting things as well, just how to protect yourself, certain techniques that you can use, certain places, body parts that you can just look at and see where like your perpetrator or whoever could be establishing this danger, this posing this threat, where you can kind of attack them. It's just interesting techniques like that.
Yeah, I mean, the more you know, the better, right?
Right.
And hopefully nobody, most people never have to use those kind of skills.
Right.
But it's good to know they're in your back pocket. I've got some things I can do, hopefully, to lessen that kind of situation. And again, I said if I had a daughter, I would be that super overprotective dad. And then if I'm not with her, I want her to be able to some degree, take care of herself or defend herself
Yeah.
if need be.
Absolutely.
But you always hope, of course, that never is needed, no doubt.
All right, well, Jim, let's talk about the weather.
Sure.
We have a lot of really great news with the weather, just lots of sunshine.
Yeah, I was talking yesterday about this run of sunny days, unprecedented as far as consecutive days of sunshine. Doesn't happen too often. We've got 6 or 7 in a row. But we're doing that outside of those clouds during the overnight tonight. After the sunset, the clouds move in, and before the sun rises tomorrow, they're gone. So generally, you'll hardly even know they're out there. Let's talk tropics first, get you updated on our slowly developing system. I like to say sloth-like development, some of these systems. This one certainly applies to that slow terminology. Check it out. Down in the Caribbean, looks healthy. Coming together, sitting over some lower 80-degree waters in the Caribbean as it eases off to the west. The next name on the list, Melissa. Now, we may end up with a tropical depression before getting upgraded to a named storm. It might jump right to it the way this thing is developing this morning. Either way, I think by later today we'll probably have coordinates and a track. If not today, then almost certainly by tomorrow as that gets more organized. Heads off to the west. Hurricane Center is now at a very healthy 90% chance of development here, of coming together and becoming a depression or Melissa. So then you start thinking about, well, where is it going to go? Let's assume it does come together. Do we need to worry about it in North Carolina? Probably not. Highly unlikely it'll make it all the way up here. Once you get into mid-late October, generally those upper level winds start to crank up from west to east. As cooler air starts rolling over the northern U.S., those winds aloft, those steering currents, start to kick those systems at the surface more eastward. So notice the tracks shifting back towards the northeast, and that's late in the weekend into next week. We're looking 7 days out. So the end of those lines, that's next Tuesday. We could be talking about this system loitering around in the northern Caribbean through the weekend into early next week before kicking out to sea. The question on my mind is, how far west does it get before it lifts and turns? If it manages to get into the western Caribbean, then South Florida's got to start watching it closely. Right now it looks like that won't happen, but that possibility is out there, so keep an eye on that. Tropical trends, as far as development now, again, we're on the downhill run. Tough to get storms going once you go from October to November. Still get them occasionally. You can see the development curve dropping exponentially through the end of the month. Hurricane season officially comes to an end midnight, the last day in November. 31 days in November,
30.
I think. 30 days. So yeah, November 30th at midnight. We'll say goodbye to the hurricane season. All right, let's come back home, talk some headlines for you. The chilly start out there will not hold. Warming up towards the mid-70s this afternoon. I'm going to go 75 later for my forecast high. And again, 10 to 20. Reasonable winds, just a little gusty at times, and a warm breeze out of the southwest. SATRAD, neither of either. Clean slate, looks good from I-95 through the coast, including Stumpy Point. Good morning, Susan. Glad to have you with us this morning. And that chill is 10 degrees colder than yesterday morning. Take yesterday's temperature when you went out, subtract another 10 off it this morning. And that means some low 40s inland. Let me see if I still have 30s. I do. Windsor, Ahoskie, Kenansville, 38, 39, Roanoke Rapids in the 30s. You get along the Highway 17 corridor, Edenton, down towards Washington, Plymouth, southbound towards New Bern over to Jacksonville. And generally, I would say mid-40s. The cooler air to the west, and then low 50s generally out to the coast. Double nickel at Manteo there. And those winds, not much right now. They'll come up southwest 15, 20 as we get into the afternoon hours. We'll turn that wind to the west tomorrow. Even drier air coming in, and then a little bit cooler as well later this week. There's your beach cast today, 10 to 15 on the wind. High to low rip risk north to south. High tide at 8 a.m. Again, the air temp low 70s on the beach. As I mentioned, that turning wind, watch today. There's your southwest flow. Sustained to 10, gusting 20. Tonight, watch those arrows turn to the west-northwest. Front comes through tonight. Winds turn behind the front. Clouds, yes. Rain, no, as that front comes through during the overnight hours. So we're sunny tomorrow with more of a west wind tomorrow afternoon. Similar speeds, 10 gusting 20, I think, tomorrow. So tomorrow morning will be a little milder between the clouds and that turning wind, I think mid-50s tomorrow morning. And then we'll go back to the 40s again later this week. All right, the big map will give you that large perspective. The high pressure on the east coast, keeping us looking good. We'll get you into the overnight there later this afternoon. The chilly goes away, the warm rolls in. Watch that front just race through tonight. You get up tomorrow morning, you'll never know it came through. Another quiet start, and a little cooler push of air later this week behind that front. Quiet weather map, though, outside of the Great Lakes, some of the colder air moving over the Great Lakes, the lake effect machine. It's not snow, but rain. If it were December, that'd be a big snow event up there coming behind that front. Next rainmaker, there it is, back to the west. We'll track that late weekend into next week. Look at Saturday. Map still looks great. Temperatures easing back towards 70, low 70s late in the weekend into early next week. That low and its rain right now, and it keeps getting a little later with the rain there. Looks like Tuesday night, Wednesday. Could that shift a little earlier? It could, but I don't think the weekend will see any of that. Enjoy your weekend. Saturday near 70, same thing. Sunday, overnights creeping up to the mid to upper 40s. And again, a rain chance finally starts to pop back in Tuesday at 20%. Obviously, this is not good news for the building drought, but as far as vacationing or outdoor plans, you can't do much better. Really nice stuff over the coming days.
Yeah.
Hardly a cloud outside of tonight. Hardly a cloud to be found in the skies over eastern NC until late in the weekend next week.
Which is still great. I mean, I'll take a cloud or a few over, rain, snow, anything like that. So really
I agree. I mean, there's just nothing to forecast. Clouds are about all I can hang my hat on right now. And you're right. I mean, even clouds, not much of that out there. And if we do have a few, no big deal. They don't impact the forecast. There could be a sprinkle tonight, maybe Highway 264 north, but not enough to put anything in a rain gauge, not enough to wet any roads. No big deal.
All right, awesome. So yeah, looks like this is your week to make any kind of plans outside, enjoy it. Today is going to be beautiful. You said in the 70s. I know kind of throughout the rest of the week we are going to be seeing maybe those 60s, but still overall really nice sunshine. Feels good out there.
Yeah, you could say high near 70 every day,
Okay,
give or take a couple of degrees either side. The overnights will get chilly again. After that mid-50 tomorrow morning, we'll get those 40s back in here later in the week. And the wind should start to get a little quieter later this week. A couple more breezy days before the high pressure kind of builds a little bit and shuts those winds down. So yeah, we're looking good. Got the big marathon. I'm going to talk about that at 8 a.m. As far as we get into the weekend. And we'll talk more about our tropical system by 8 a.m. I probably will have my new update on that chance of development down there in the Caribbean. Watching closely just in case that thing is upgraded to a depression.
All right, great. Thank you, Jim. So be sure to tune in. Come back at 8 a.m. for another news and weather update. We'll be here with all the latest.
Absolutely.
All right, well, have a good one, everyone.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.